Yo, it's Joe, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out episode 1 of Calamity from Exandria Unlimited. This was recommended by, I'm going to just call you EH, but thank you so much to EH for recommending this to me, and I'm sure all of you guys are going to enjoy. I can rest easy and watch this easy knowing that it's not going to spoil anything for the campaigns for me or the TV shows thus far, so I'm happy to get in there. Yeah, guys, without further ado, let's see what this bad boy's about.
Hello and welcome to Exandria Unlimited. My name is Brendan Lee Mulligan. I'll be your GM for this Calamity.
All right.
Going to our friend Marisha Ray.
All right, we got
Oh my
Marisha.
goodness, that was such a quick opening.
Okay, so Marisha, Travis, and Sam. From the regular folks I know.
Thank you for that smooth and seamless toss, Brennan. Today, I have a little bit of merch to present to you. Okay, so from
All right.
the Exandria The Wilds collection, we have a Critical Role reversible bucket hat. Hey!
Fire, fire.
When you go on the other side, it's got a little.
Amazing.
It's
like two hats.
It's like two hats and ones, baby. Let's go. Two hats and one.
It's got the little.
So far, you've been talking about merch 4 times longer than Brennan's opening.
Now that opening was
A
rapid.
pattern illustration by Savannah. Nope, that was for that. That's the
Ooh.
toss pattern illustration. Moving on.
I like that
we have
tie-dye
Critical
pattern right there.
watercolor
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Or watercolor, yeah.
Is this going well? Is this good? This is good.
This is
Okay,
about
good.
as par for the course, really.
All right.
Just kidding.
Well, shucks, gang.
I've seen the black lady before. I haven't seen Brennan yet. Like, I don't know him from anything, I don't think.
Calamity.
And I don't know the black guy. But I've seen the black lady before somewhere. She's got to be a voice actor or something, I'm guessing.
Grief, betrayal, loss, and the panic of the coming of a new age. Calamity. Oh no, that's right. We're doing a prequel series. We also have some new faces for the first time. I'd like to introduce some people that have not been at the table before. First, Mr. Lou Wilson.
Lee Wilson. Okay, dude's name is Lee.
It's so nice to be here.
Get low.
Hi.
Get low.
Hi, table.
Or Lou. I don't know why I said Lee.
And Mr. Luis Carasso.
Lou and Louise, huh? Okay. Easy to
I feel
remember.
like I should hug the table too. But it's sort of.
It would be appropriate.
Should I hug the table? Peer pressure works on me. Hugs you back.
You won't see it.
Incredible. Well, we are going to be telling a story of a different age in Exandria, an age long past. Rumors and legends abound of this time period in the world. This is prior to any vestiges of divergence, prior to the coming of the divine gate and the departure of the deities into realms.
I don't know
beyond
what the hell
Exandria.
this guy's talking
You will
about, but
find
okay.
No Taldore in this version of this world.
Now, Taldore I know,
It
huh?
has not yet
Taldore
received
I
a
know.
name. It is known by its elven name Guasar.
Wasar, huh?
We journey to an age long ago to tell a story, perhaps, of a more sorrowful and bitter time. Shadows stalk this world. Come with us, but please, only if you dare. Please,
Intense.
I can't stress enough. Only if you
It's like a camping trip.
Without further ado, a pleasure, an honor. I couldn't be happier to be here. What an incredible table. Let's have so much fun telling a sad, sad story. Thank you all for watching. Let's get ready for tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Let's do it. Do we have a fancy intro? We have a fancy intro. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Hey. Abria Iyengar. Of course, we got good old Sam. It's a very epic opening, man. I wonder, was this made by them, like composed and made by them? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. Listen, I might be tripping, but I don't know if I'm tripping. Is that the matron? Huh? Don't tell me if it's spoilery, but is that the matron? I'm just letting y'all know I see it. Is that the matron? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, all right. We about to get real deep in the lore, huh? Very interesting. And then we go back to this palace area. Alright. Shit, with a name like Calamity, I'm not surprised that it's a crazier time, but that's wild.
Fire.
Word?
Everything feels slow.
I thought he was talking about the intro when he was like fire.
There's
okay.
movement and there's heat, but the only noise you can hear, despite all this chaos, is breath. It's yours, but it's also a stranger's. It's like someone else is using your body to breathe. You're stumbling. What? Luis. I need you to describe your character and tell us your character's name, but I would love for you to do that with the understanding that your mouth is filled with blood.
Oh, bro, off rip? Off rip?
My name is Xerxes Ileres.
Xerxes.
6 feet tall. I'm a paladin.
Okay.
Broad-shouldered, muscular, dark hair, wavy.
I love the people who do their
Medium-tan
art, by
brown
the way,
skin,
for their characters.
Amber eyes with a kind of troubled, sometimes emptiness behind them. And I imagine right now he's stumbling around, wiping the blood off of his mouth as he's trying to maintain his sense of his surroundings.
You've been here before. You're in a state of disorientation. It's combat.
Bro, what's crazy is that he's the paladin and he's getting messed up like
blood in
this.
your mouth
Like,
isn't your own.
hold on a minute. Wait 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 a minute. Okay. I'm looking at like all his I guess attributes, right? I guess. His constitution ain't bad, strength ain't bad, you know what I mean? But if he's a paladin, he's got some pretty, it looks like some pretty high defense there as well. That's crazy. So what's good with everybody else? How's everybody else going to be doing? That's my question.
Not dead. Maybe the blood in your mouth isn't your own, but you've just received a massive blow somewhere to the head. Not lethal, but you're off balance, you're stumbling. Something is wrong, and not in the sense that
I'd say
you're
so.
in a bad situation. If anything, that's a place of comfort for you. Something is wrong in the spirit. You open your eyes. Everything is moving through liquid glass. Time is as slow as can be. Ahead of you, you're seeing shapes swim into focus as your eyes reconnect. You can feel your legs doing their work underneath you. It's so slow. And again, ringing off the inside of your helm, your own breath, sweat pouring down your brow. Ahead of you, the shape comes into focus from blur into 3 swimming shapes that you realize are the same wall. It's a wall, it's a building. There's something happening. There's fire. There's an orange glow that has turned the white marble of your city into a hellscape. there is a burst of energy, an explosion. It moves so fast out to a radius of 10, 15, 20 feet, and then joins the glass time that you are in. Boom. Slow. You feel yourself lifting off your feet, being blown away.
Bro, what's
slower
good?
than you have ever moved in combat.
Is there something controlling space-time right now? What is what do you mean, what am I doing?
I am
I'm getting my ass kicked.
trying to find
Your
the
balance?
people that I know. I'm
Okay,
looking
all right.
around as I'm being blasted slowly through space, through the air. I'm trying to find anyone. Twisting and turning my body. Do I see anything?
Someone you know. You look through the streets as you move. Two more explosions. They start so fast and get to only a certain point and then whoom, slow again.
Okay, so there's some sort of a radius going on that's stopping the time. Is it
Moments
him?
in time, disconnected. Someone you
Is it
know.
the
Down
Paladin's
street,
ability maybe that's helping him maybe slow down
Maybe
time and
it's
catch his
a
bearings?
street you recognize.
I'm just letting you know what's going on in my
Street
head.
You walked on the first time you came to this city. At the end, there's an open plaza. You know, at the center of that plaza, there's supposed to be a statue. And you know who that statue is of. Instead, there is open space. You see a boy, 5 years old,
Oh, come on now.
a red shock of hair. He sits with his feet dangling in the opening, a humble fishing rod in his hand, sinking into the blackness of the void in this space.
I need to get to him. I'm gonna try to use whatever I can with my body and kind of twist and try to guide my body in that direction if I can.
You move, you feel your feet come underneath you, and you start to hear noises. Two arms! Two arms! Avalir! Rise! Those noises fade. And you begin to move, and you feel coolness coming from that opening. You arrive, and the orange glow still hangs in the air, but suddenly the glass goes away. You're moving under the power of your own body, and you feel your sense and your memory return to you. You catch your breath, and once again, that sound does not sound like a stranger to you. You are in the plaza and can walk freely, and you are still looking at the child before you.
Is there still chaos happening around me?
Doesn't feel like it anymore. As you've moved back into a
What
place
the
where you
fuck?
have the power of your own body underneath it, it's almost like that slowed time is left behind you. You don't see any more things exploding. It's almost like the city has become still here in this place, as though everything else is momentarily subsided.
Bro, what is this dog? He's starting off strong. I'm gonna give him credit. He's a fantastic storyteller.
Still there. I start to approach, but from a little bit of an angle, and I keep my eyes locked on the child. Is it Elias?
Your son turns to look at you.
What?
Hi. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Can you come to me, please?
You said,
Elias, come here.
I'm fishing. I'm trying to catch something.
What are you trying
Boy, if you don't get your
I don't know.
give that boy
I
the
don't
Kratos
know
trip,
anything
boy,
about a place like this.
get your ass over
I'm
here.
approaching,
You
and I'm
look.
looking around.
You look around.
I'm wondering if this is now,
You
if the
look
craziness
into
that's going on, or
the
what we're
hole,
seeing, the chaos he's talking
expecting to
about,
see only
is more of like a
darkness,
vision or a
and you
memory
see
that
stars.
I forget what the name is, but Zex, whatever his name is experiencing. It's a little weird.
Through the hole, looking straight down, you see endless stars. And they're stars you recognize. The stars over Kath Moira.
I like how they did that. They ain't slick. You see how they changed the lighting in the room?
And here,
And I like how they did that because when we were talking about
Laughter.
chaos and fire and an orange shoe, there was more of an orange brownish shoe in the room. Now that we're talking about stars, stuff like that.
So this is how
It's-
gonna be, Brennan. You son of a bitch.
That's what I'm saying. This shit is
All the
intense.
SU fucking party time, okay?
But yeah, nah, now that it's blue, he's talking about stars and stuff, so I see what they did there.
Come on, we're only like 5 minutes in. First roll. Okay.
13.
Lucky 13.
Oh, it's an
No, it's all.
Way to go. It's the way to go.
These are the dice that y'all just gave me, too. These are my like newest Exandria dice.
Where's the dice gel at? We need one of
You,
those.
on a 13, you look and see stars, and sense starts to come back to you. These are the stars you learned to fly by, and behind you, you feel a sudden reassuring presence, and you feel a massive winged shape appear behind you. A griffin.
So that's what he means. Like that's how you
form
learn
of
to
starlight,
learn to
and
fly?
pure magic nuzzles against.
Yeah,
your
it's his
arm.
griffin. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
Instinctively just lean into him and touch his beak.
Griffins are, of course, half eagle and half lion. In a very cat-like way, your griffin nuzzles your armor and turns into a massive puddle like cats are wont to do. Vroom, lies down, talons in the front crossed, nestles down. Elias looks up. Are you listening for something? You hear whispers. On a 13, I need to ask you, do you speak Draconic?
The fuck is Draconic?
Not.
That's the end of the campaign.
Yo,
You
imagine.
know, so all you hear is, "Hi there, Gordranis, Gordranis."
Do you hear that, Elias? Do you hear that? Do you hear anything?
Lord Dranis.
Dad, you sound crazy. Is everything okay?
Come here.
He goes, okay, but, and you see that he takes the little fishing pole and puts it in between the talons of the griffin. So it's just sitting there, and he gets up, what's wrong?
And I kneel down, and I look at him, and I move the hair that's in his forehead off to the side, look in his eyes. I'm just glad you're safe.
Of course I'm safe. You'd never let anything happen to me.
I would never let anything happen to you. I'm gonna look back down into that pond.
Endless stars.
I'm gonna repeat that back into it, even though I don't know what it says or what it means. Godranis.
You repeat Gordranis back into the pool.
Godranis. I say it again louder.
Elias holds your arm. Dad, you know I won't look like this when you get home.
This is a vision. Bitch, I told you this is a dream, a vision, something like that. That's crazy. Nightmare? Having a nightmare? His son died? Talking about you? I'd never let nothing happen to you, but he let something happen to him. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. Alright. Gordranis,
You will
huh?
not look like this when you get home.
I know. Wait. Come back here.
Dad.
No. Don't leave. Just let me have this.
He holds the fishing rod. I think I caught something. He disappears into the pool, and you hear.
And here comes the bullshit.
The
See the lighting change?
neighborhood in front of you vanishes as a body the size of a mountain crashes into the city.
Bro, what in the
massive
inception is going on, bro?
form writhes in pain.
What in the
and a
Tsukuyomi is
face
happening, dog?
As tall as a cathedral turns to you. A flood of sanguine fluid emerges from the mouth, and a horned figure looks at you. You look and see something older than the world look back.
Bro,
I'm sorry.
I approach.
I'm sorry.
What are you? What are you doing here? What is this?
My child, I fear I am too late. There are secrets they did not tell you. He opens his hand.
I rush to it.
His hand is the size of a marketplace, and you look, and in the center, translucent in ghostly imagery, you see a small tree, no taller than 10 feet. Ghostly light, translucent as blossoms move from it. And you see in ghostly light projected from the palm of this giant, this red horned giant.
What does this mean? What is this?
I'm sorry. You must look. He is coming.
I see the tree, brother. What does it
A
mean?
figure emerges in translucent white light. Could you do me the favor of describing what your husband looked like in life?
Oh my God. I gotta go.
So,
That's what I'm saying. This shit's crazy.
Read that. Where does that come?
The whole episode is a trigger warning.
Evandrin is about 5'10". He's just little bit shorter than I am. He's got red hair, straight, about shoulder length, half elven in appearance. He looks, if you look at Elias, our son, you're seeing the spitting image of what he's going to look like when he's grown up.
Evandrin
So the son
steps past you.
is alive because he just
He
said
cannot see you.
when he's
And
grown
you
up.
understand in this moment because
That's
your
why he
husband
said,
does
I'm not going
meet
to
your
look like this
eyes,
little
that
boy, I guess, when you get back home.
This is a memory.
All this shit is a memory,
And he
bro.
is still gone.
This guy's going through it. He's in the middle of a battle, crazy ass stuff's going on. See his son when he was older, sees his husband when he was still
And the
alive.
blossoms from the tree blow in his direction. For a moment, his hair sweeps behind him, mixed with the petals of this flowering sapling. He falls to his knees, clutches his stomach.
I run to his side. I know this is a memory, but I haven't seen him in so long, and I
That's tough.
want to see his face.
That's tough.
You turn to see his face. You see, he turns up to see someone else. Something's wrong. The image is shattered in a searing burst of light. Another figure, tall as a mountain. All of the light, all of the fire is but a shadow in the face of the dawn. You see a gleaming golden figure land with one colossal foot on the throat of this horned figure.
Oh, that's not a good guy.
Puts him further into the rubble of Avalir. And you see the horned figure looks to you and cries out.
His hands are still out?
You stand now in the palm of his hand.
I'm jumping off. Because he might,
are you telling me-
and then just, not on purpose, but you don't know.
The figure, you feel a pulse. You feel warm blood flowing through this giant.
Oh,
You look up. The face of the being above you is no face. There is no warmth to the eyes. You see the pitiless, featureless glare of the sun itself.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. I remember season 2 when, and I'm talking about the Legend of Vox Machina season 2. Before Bax got the matron's armor, he was fighting with the champion, and in his visions that he was having, there were these big ass colossal motherfuckers in his vision, and one of them had the head of a sun. I'm pretty sure I'm not tripping. I'm pretty sure. So are these the guy that's on the ground being stepped on by the sun one? Is he another one that was in that scene? Like, are these the old gods and the entities that they were talking about? So what? So the sun one, based on their reactions, called the Dawn Father, right? Why the fuck is he causing all this BS to happen? Is that why it's so hot? There's so much calamity, chaos, everything's burning. Is it his fault? Did the horned one try to save everyone? And what exactly is going on? Like, is this even real? Is this a vision? Like, is this a vision of things to come if he and the group that he's going to eventually be with obviously don't do something to change things? I feel like this is like the horn one probably tried to reach out to him, because the horn one in this scenario, in this case, seems to be a benevolent one that's tried to help them, obviously, right? So is this the horn one trying to reach out and say, yo, I'm a little too late, there's some bullshit coming along, you better, I'm giving you this vision right now, yeah, you need to step it up because some shit's about to go down. This is what I'm thinking. So the Dawn Father is the name. The Dawn, actually, hold on a minute. All right, so I was looking for a notebook, couldn't find it. I thought I had it. All right, but we're going to take some notes. I'm gonna have to use notepads. So we got Dawn. Won't put a question mark on that one because I don't know who the fuck that is. All right, pretty sure God from season 2. Another question mark. All right, so Elias is his son, and there's some shit going on. This is obviously a vision. All right, so we're just gonna let this rock. We're gonna put this over here. All right, and okay, I'm gonna continue now. All right.
up at its face. I look up at its face. Is it looking down in my direction?
It turns down to look at you. Turn your eyes from this sinner. He is beyond redemption.
What has he done?
He has betrayed his kin.
So he's a god who betrayed other gods, huh?
Comes to you and says, "It's all right. It's all right. Just ask yourself, Xerxes."
Xerxes. Writing that down. Okay.
Just ask yourself, Xerxes. Whom did we betray?
Who did we betray?
And he...
So is Dawnfather Xerxes's? Is okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. Hold on a second. Paladins gain their shit from their, I guess, gods or entities, right? So he's saying we as in us. So I'm assuming the horned one then is the one that he prays to, or is it the Dawnfather that he prays to? Either way, one of them is where he's, or both is where he's getting his powers from. He got to intervene, brother.
Stop! You hold your hand, and as you hold it up, the light of the sun leaves and is abjured. The horned fiend coughs, looks at you with the expression of a being that has just had its life saved and says,
Oh shit, he saved his life?
no mortal would do this thing that you have done. Xerxes, if you look down and see the stars, what will you see if you look up?
That's mean. Ooh, that's mean. Ooh, okay. I don't know what that means, but that's mean.
Are his fingers curled up? I know I'm in his palm.
Mm-hmm.
I look at his face and I start to approach one of the fingers that are standing up, probably like a pillar.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my hand on the finger and lean on it. And I'm holding on to him.
Yeah.
And I look up.
You see the ground, and it is fast approaching.
Bro, what?
And with that,
So you're hurtling towards what the fuck is? Oh, I knew it was a nightmare. Alright. Okay.
I thought this was fresh for biology.
Hey, yo. This is crazy.
Okay.
Alright, let me move this away from you guys for a second.
The first thing I do is I wipe my mouth and I see if there's blood.
you're drenched in sweat. Like your sheets are covered in sweat. It's soaked through to the mattress underneath. But beautiful dawn light cascades through the window. It's another glorious morning in Avalir.
Don't even notice that. The first thing I do is I reach.
I wouldn't notice that either.
I reach. I imagine, is this the first of these sorts of dreams that I've had?
I don't think so.
No. I reach over for a notebook that I have and a writing utensil, and I start to try to recall that dream as much as I can, and I'm gonna leave a dream journal. Hell yeah! If you dream like that, you're gonna leave dream journals.
Yeah, it's true.
You write down the name Gordranis, which is Ghor, the first word.
Oh, is okay, Ghor. So Gordranis is probably the fucking horned one. Duh. Gordranis. Okay. Alright.
And the second word is Dranis, Dranas.
Spelled that shit wrong. Hold on a second. And there's been subtitles this whole time. That's the crazy part.
What's the room that like? What is it? What? How
Where do you sleep?
Yeah.
Where do I sleep?
Yeah.
I am the first knight of Avalir, and I dwell in the tower of the first knight. But this particular room has accommodations not just for me, but for my griffin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tall tower, and it's a suite. It's not that opulent. It's not that fancy. It's got a large enough bed for me, and a couch and all the standard sorts of things. A chair, perhaps, a fireplace to contemplate the dreams I have.
Shit.
Into the fire.
Shit. I'm gonna need a
What it has
whole other
place,
house to contemplate that.
nearby, a
There's not
giant
enough
window
space
so
to
that I can,
think about that type of shit.
Tempest, my griffin, can hop in,
Tempest.
fly out of.
You approach the balcony of the Tower of the
Motherfucker.
First Night. You see Tempest is there once again, clearly a magical creature. This griffin would be, in some ages of Exandria, would cause gasps and shrieks to behold something that literally has a body of cool amethyst liquid gemstone with stars swimming in its form and constellation. But here in the bustling city of Avalir, Tempest is but one of many wonders. And as you behold from your balcony,
It's one of those
the
towns,
spire
huh?
of Avalir, the city of crowns, a new morning comes, friends.
Stop being cool. Like, we don't remember what just happened.
Yeah, yeah. Stop trying to be all happy.
Ground was there and it's coming here. Fast. You said fast.
We don't have a lot of time. Yeah, that was such a bar.
What is it? To quote our wonderful producer Kyle Shire, it's 1979 and disco's never gonna die. We behold the age of Arcanum. A blending of magic and wizardry, sorcery and artifice that has created an age that will be spoken of in the years to come in reverence, but also perhaps by some in disdain.
I
But
bet.
what could they disdain here in these bustling city streets? As you look down, from
I
your
bet there's a
balcony
bunch
your
of
griffin
things to
here,
disdain.
ready once again, you know.
It's
the
probably all
significance
nice
of
on the
day
surface
that
and
awaits you. You
pretty
get down a busy
damn
street
crazy
corner.
in the when you
See
get to the
here
nitty gritty of it, right? And get deep down.
massive, Caro Hulk, which is a quadrupedal construct with velvet benches all along its back, that a group of wizards just sit at and wait for their stop as the automaton moves along in the city streets.
Yeah, I just got constructs like that, huh?
You look all around you and see suddenly in the tall, spiring edifices of this wizard city, this testament to the power and might of mortal beings to make their own future and destiny with arcane strands, to make their will manifest on the face of Exandria. Suddenly, all around in the hustle and bustle of the morning commute, this very busy day, you see screens alight. Huge crystals all around the city suddenly show a face. Not only crystals, but at the top of the city in a grand waterfall.
So they basically got
Now,
TVs
a
and shit
waterfall
and
this
crystals
size
and
in
water
any
and
city
shit.
would be pretty remarkable.
Word.
Avalir soars above the clouds, flying through the sky. So from whence this waterfall
So that's what
comes,
we saw
I
in the
leave
beginning,
to
that
all
little
of you to
floating
wonder about the
portrait
magecraft that could
in the
have
intro.
the scintillating mists of the Porco Falls fall beneath us. Fall, and for a moment, the falls themselves, 100 feet tall, reflect the face of Sam's character. Sam, would you go ahead and describe your character for us?
Sure. Wow, what face to describe?
Oh boy.
I am Loquacious Sealy.
Loquacious,
My
a
normal-
changeling. Come on, Sam. Why you name your character Loquacious? And I'm pretty sure that means something too. Loquacious. Oh, what do you say?
a changeling. I am Loquacious Sealy.
Sealy,
My
and he's
my
a
normal-
changeling.
or should I say at rest appearance is pale skin, white eyes with sort of dark shading around them, white hair in a sort of a up shock. If you look very
Oh,
closely
yeah,
on
this
the-
is a
on the
cool
sort of
looking
gray
character.
skin
I
of
like
my
this.
face, there are little sort
And
of
he's a
veins,
warlock.
mineralization tendrils of
Oh,
of
shit.
black that if you stared long enough, you'd see they sort of subtly move and shift.
Of course, a bard.
He's wearing a gold jacket with a purple lining. Carries himself very high and mighty, but this is a broadcast, is it not?
This is very much a broadcast.
Well, as Loquacious broadcasts to the
I can't get over that fucking name.
Avalir, before he begins his proclamations and heralds of the day, his appearance shifts slightly. The veins in his face sort of drip and move, sort of like paint being drained out of a can, and are replaced with other pigments and other colors. His face becomes golden, as gold as his jacket, and his hair becomes as purple as the lining of his jacket. He's quite a sight to behold. He
What a
holds in
guy.
his hand. Is it a wand? Is it a rapier? It's hard to tell. It's long and has something at the end of it, like like Bob Barker's old microphone.
I don't get that reference.
And he seems to speak into it, and it magically amplifies his voice across the city of Avalir. And whatever arcane and mechanical means he uses to broadcast himself are repeated over and over with a great echo across the city. That's who I am.
Incredible. We see. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, he's
Arcane
definitely
confetti blasts into the air.
a showman of
Morning's
sorts.
Announcements. And we see. As Loquacious appears on all of the crystal columns, and in the main screen being the massive city-dominating waterfall at sort of the heart of the city, we see a spinning logo of the Herald's Tome. Would you care to make the morning announcements, Loquacious?
I would, but
So he's a news guy.
My copy. I
Mr.
did
Seeley,
right away.
Mr. Seeley, got you right here. Yes, sir. Here you go.
Nice.
Count me down.
In
Nice.
Do I look good?
4,
Yes. All right.
3,
Here we go.
2.
If you didn't, you could always change yourself, but
Morning
okay.
and salutations, sundry subjects of the soaring city of Avalir. I am Loquacious Seeley, your handsome and helpful herald.
Hold on. I'm looking up what that means. I gotta look up what loquacious means. 1 second. Okay, so I just looked up what loquacious means, and it means to talk a lot. Very talkative. You tend to talk a lot. That is perfect for this newscaster, as well as just a character for Sam. Beautiful.
I am Loquacious Seeley, your handsome and helpful herald. I report the news that shapes Avalir's views. Tonight, as we all know, marks the eve of the replenishment and our return to Cath Moira, our terrestrial sister city. Remember, folks, make sure to fasten all those loose valuables and belongings tightly, as our friends in the Navigators Guild wish to remind us that there's always a pinch of turbulence in our descent back towards Exandria Firma. And speaking of belongings, why not try Orison's Odd Tack, the spell glue that sticks to what it's told.
Bro, this is too good. This is
As
too good.
Orison himself might tell you. And you see on the screen, on the crystals broadcasting this message, you see Loquacious's face for a moment quivers and starts
to morph into
dissolve
the guy that
another
he's about to
face.
talk
His hair
about.
changes as
Yeah.
well. And to the
As he would
untrained eye,
say,
it would look like an edit
yeah,
or
I get
a
it.
cross dissolve. but to those who know that he is a changeling, he's actually changing his physical appearance live on screen
To Orison.
to that of Orison. His skin becomes a deep red. His hair curls into curved horns,
So stupid.
that of a tiefling, and speaks with a totally different voice, and says, hello there, I'm Orison from Orison's Odd Tack, the trusted name in arcane adhesives for over 30 years. Check out our replenishment special, 50% off today only.
Today, you gotta order now.
Hop on down to Orison's. And then it morphs back into Loquacious Seeley, who announces, well, make ready for tonight's fireworks extravaganza to the Dawn's Ledge side and enjoy the Parade of Beasts beginning at sundown in Excelsior Plaza, right outside the headquarters of my own Herald's Tome, your trusted record of renown. As the Archmages always say, knowledge is power. So pack a punch with a people's paper.
Ooh, I like that
Glory to the
alliteration. That
Assembly
was good.
Arcane, and to the proud people of Avalir, I'm Loquacious Sealy saying, Sealy you later.
Ooh, beautiful read. That was great. Nailed it.
People cheer and celebrate. You see that
The news.
as that happens, we see Loquacious Sealy where he actually is, which is at the broadcasting station. You are standing on a raised, like 10-foot diameter solid ruby platform carved with glyphs and runes from which you can broadcast to the city.
I think I'm going to stop this part here. Let's get to my thoughts, though. Boy, oh boy, am I super intrigued by this already. This episode started off at 100, and it's crazy because, like, something about this guy's DM style is he's just superb so far. And a lot of people I know have like this feeling ever since they've seen Matt, DM and stuff, that they need to do things the way that Matt does it. And it's quite clear to me that both Matt and Brennan have kind of like shaped their own way of DMing, and they both do a phenomenal job. I gotta say, Brennan's, I guess, just the way that he started this whole campaign off with his narration, storytelling, giving you a vivid mental picture of everything that's going on. Like he's fantastic. I don't know how I haven't heard of this guy before. I'm wondering if he was like a voice actor or something that I just don't know about. But yeah, man, he's fantastic job. This was super intense. Let me go and see the little notes I have here. Hold on. So I didn't really take notes as much as I just jotted some things down. So again, the Dawn Father, right? Who is the Dawn Father? I know you guys probably know who's the Dawn Father, but I don't know because I don't know anything about this shit. I'm new. I guess that's what make this good, but you might be a little frustrated with me. But hey, I'm new, all right? We're all new to this at some point, so bear with me. As you can see, I care, and I'm trying to piece it together. So just be patient with me, guys. All right, but I'm wondering, who is the Dawn Father? Why was the Dawn Father fighting against Gordranus? Was the other entity's name, right? What was going on there? Why did he receive that vision from Gordranus, and how was he able to basically on command tell the Dawn Father stop, and the Dawn Father just left? Like, I don't know if he was able to fight him off, or he just compelled the Dawn Father away from Gordranus, but nonetheless he did. He saved Gordranus. And did he really save Gordranus? Like, because he woke up, like Brennan said, and after that you woke up. So this is either a dream, like a nightmare, obviously, or it's a vision, or it was something that he was able to just kind of do, just step out of himself spiritually, since he is a paladin. I don't know too much, if anything at all, with the intricacies of like how that works with paladins, but I do know they're very spiritual, and they are under like a god or an entity, right? So with that, I'm assuming comes a lot of a connection to whichever god or entity that you, I guess, pledge your faith to. If my wording is wrong, please tell me. But yeah, the guy that you pledge your faith to, you're going to have more of a connection there. So I wouldn't be surprised if, just like how when Pike was trying to make things right with Everlight and kind of find herself in the ending of season 1, how she was able to have like these visions and everything of the Everlight speaking with her. I wonder if it's the same sort of thing with the Dawn Father and with Gordranus and all of the other entities that are like that. And I wonder if that's just what that was for Xerxes, right? Xerxes was his name. I wonder if that's what that was. But that was like the craziest beginning. Like, everything's burning down, time is slowed, there's fire, and then like the way that they were able to mess with the lighting in the room to add to the atmosphere and the music. Like, you could tell the budget just from like what I've seen of campaign 2, which is the most recent thing I've seen as far as a campaign from them myself. And just the beginning of campaign 2, mind you, is you can tell there's like such a difference with the budget, and it's like amazing. It's really good. It's like the little things, and they came a long way. what else? Let me think. So we met Loquacious as well. Loquacious is obviously somebody who I'm going to say. Remember how I said before that there's some shit going on, that it looks all nice on the surface, but there's some shit going on um, behind the scenes. I feel like as the story progresses, because if Sam is part of this, he's a protagonist, right? They're gonna be a group. They're gonna meet up together, right? If shit goes left and they need to dig up some dirt and kind of figure out more of what's going on with this place, or they need to get some info, some intel, I feel like Loquacious would be the perfect person for the job, because if he's in with the news and how it's disseminated, maybe he would be able to control that in a way. Maybe he would be able to track the sources for each story or each bit of intel. Maybe he has his own connections. I'm assuming I'm making like a crazy ass, jump and leap, way far in the future from what I'm gonna, be watching here. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna be one of those characters that's gonna really come in handy. I haven't obviously met the other characters yet because of where I stopped at, but I think that they're all gonna have like a crazy big role to play. This is already super intense, and like I said, so far phenomenal performance from Brennan. And I forget what this guy's name is. I think it's Lewis. Is Lewis Xerxes? I think. Um, if it's not, I apologize. But just the character or the person portraying the character of Xerxes, phenomenal performance. Phenomenal performance from Sam. I already know what kind of a character he is and what he's gonna be able to bring to the table. And yeah, same thing for Brendan as far as being a GM. Phenomenal job. I will say with Sam's character, with Loquacious, while Loquacious may be a protagonist, I'm gonna also go out on a limb and say that he's one of those people, at least in the beginning, who's not gonna really help out without a price. I think that he's going to be one of those kind of conniving, two-facey, shady sort of characters in the beginning, at least. And I'm excited to see if I'm wrong about all this or if I'm right about all this. But those are my predictions so far. But so far, like I said, is the Dawnfather from season 2. If you guys could, let me know if it's, but just don't get like too spoilery. I just want to know if I was right in like what I remembered. We got Elias, that's the son of Xerxes, right? Xerxes is a paladin and part of the first knights of Avalar, or he is the first knight of Avalar, excuse me, or Avalir. um, let's see. Tempest is his griffin, and those are like the little bit of notes that I took so far. I just want to take down names, titles, what they do, if I need to like remember, because shit gets confusing. But so far, that's what I got. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed this so much. And if you did enjoy this, please give this a like. Please share it, all that good stuff. And I look forward to seeing more. Let me know if you guys would be okay with me, as of right now, putting campaign 2 and campaign 1. Campaign 1 has been on hold for a minute, but campaign 2, putting that on hold for something like this, just because since the TV show is going to be coming out, I'm assuming, for the Mighty Nine anyways, I'm assuming either early next year or the end of this year, the earliest. Yeah, I don't want to get too many things spoiled, so I think I might mess around with this. Especially because I like the story so far. Like it gripped me right away, and I'm really excited to see what goes on further. So let me know if you guys are okay with me putting the other stuff on hold to then watch this, and continue my watching of a campaign by watching this campaign. Anyways, guys, as always, have a good morning, afternoon, or night. Stay safe, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Wow. Peace.